How's it going, everyone? Your main man Sinister here of the Gamer Section. I'm here to review Subdivision Infinity DX. And of course, this game is made by Blowfish Studio. Of course, it was developed by Mystify Games. So you're about to find out, hey, is this game fun or not? So that's what we're about to explore. And of course, as usual, gonna break down the story, the graphics, gameplay. Is the challenging fun? Is there a challenge? Is there a fun factor, etc.? Well, let's dive into it. Based on what I've been playing so far, the game kind of reminds me of like early space games like Star Wars, Mass Effect, Gyrus, Life Force, and things like that. Like the old school shoot 'em ups, as you can say. And of course, graphically, it looks phenomenal. So we're about to dive into that first. And make this, graphic, you have like one shiny light, and of course, you see in the gameplay in the background. And because, like, of course, the detail in the asteroids, the ships, especially the enemy ships, the dock hangar, and so forth. And of course, you got a lot of menus and hangars and stuff that, shop around, left for better weapons, things like that. So, of course, more on that in a bit. But graphically, the game looks amazing. I'm sure it probably looks more amazing on the PC. So you got to give the folks of Mystify Games and Blowfish Studio credit on this. Next, is the gameplay. I had a lot of, after, trying it out, the game's fun, if you like those kind of space shooters, like the old school shoot 'em ups. I did have fun with it, after getting, used to the controls. The controls are great. It's tight. You should have no difficulty, know how to navigate your ship, and of course, targeting your enemies and things like that. Of course, you can always welcome to change your difficulty, and what you can say, because you can start on easy just to get the hang of it, or you feel like you need a challenge. Well, you can always turn it to normal or hard, and things like that. So that normal is like probably the standard to start out with, but if you find like the areas are too difficult, you can always lower it. Or if you got the hang of it, you can always go higher and challenge yourself and make it hard. And just to each their own. And so I enjoy the gameplay. It's just got great controls. And then of course when you take out enemies, you can always fly around, pick up items because you're gonna need them. Because you can upgrade everything from your ship to your weapons. Because you can always shop around. Because succeeding in every mission nets you money and resources, which you're gonna need, because you have a shop and an inventory system, which is essential because you want to upgrade your ship, because the missions will get harder as you go on, and you don't want to go flying blind with with subpar weapons and stuff like that, because that's where the challenge comes in, because you're gonna be challenged, when it comes to taking out multiple enemies, because as you see in the upper left corner, you have your shields, and of course if that shield runs out, if you let it take too much damage, you're gonna your ship gets destroyed and it's automatic game over, because once your ship gets destroyed, you failed your mission, your objectives, and you have to start all over. And if you feel like you got far in your objectives, like, oh, you have one left and you get destroyed, well, guess what, you got to start all over. So keep in mind, like, it's a little trial and error, so you learn from your mistakes, and to help you move along, progress to the story mode and things like that. So anyways, the fun factor is like, do you feel this game is fun or not? Well, to me, this game is fun, and of course, if you're a fan of like old school shoot 'em ups, you will like this game, because you can sit there and fly around, enjoy taking out enemies, and succeeding in your objectives and things like that. The game is fun. I give it that. But of course, do you see enjoy like in spurts, or you probably enjoy it now and then probably feel like, oh, it has like a little replay value. It just depends on who you are, things like that, because basic games like this is not for everyone, but for an indie title, this is great. Like I said, Mystify Games has done a great job on this. I think so. Before I close out, I will give a review score. I give this game like a 4 out of 5. Cause like I said, I mean, graphically it looks great. The gameplay is fun. The controls are tight, and of course there is a challenge. My only downside is like, well, usually with the cutscenes, with the text base, it usually slows the flow. Slows the flow of the story. Of course you can always read, but a lot of people just want to skim through it. It's like not people don't want to read. They just want to get back to the gameplay. And of course, like I said, stated earlier, like the farther you get into the game, but of course, the tougher it gets. But if your ship gets destroyed, it's automatic game over, and you have to start all over again with the with the first objective. So, keep that in mind. So anyways, I always like to hear your view about this game. Do you like it or not? Do you want to give it a try? Just leave your comments down below. This is Sinister. Be easy.